Venture capital in Nigeria and various sources. Venture capital, VC, refers to financial investment made into early-stage, high-risk companies with the potential for significant growth. In Nigeria, venture capital has become an increasingly important source of funding for startups and small businesses looking to scale their operations and bring new products or services to market. There are several sources of venture capital in Nigeria, including both domestic and international investors. Some of the most active venture capital firms in the country include Lagos Angel Network. This is a group of angel investors based in Lagos who are focused on supporting early-stage startups in Nigeria. Venture Garden Group. This is a leading venture capital firm in Nigeria that provides funding and support to startups in the technology and innovation space. Echo VC Partners. This is a Pan-African venture capital firm with a focus on investing in technology startups in Nigeria and across the continent. CCHUB Growth Capital. This is a Nigerian venture capital firm that provides funding and support to startups in the tech, education, and healthcare sectors. In addition to these firms, there are also a number of government-backed initiatives and programs designed to support the development of the venture capital ecosystem in Nigeria. For example, the Nigeria Innovation Fund, NIF, is a government-supported fund that provides grants and equity investments to startups in the country. Another source of venture capital in Nigeria is crowdfunding platforms, which allow individuals and organizations to invest small amounts of money in exchange for an equity stake in a company. Some of the most popular crowdfunding platforms in Nigeria include Thrive Agric, PiggyVest, and Farm Crowda. In addition to traditional venture capital firms and crowdfunding platforms, there are also a number of incubators and accelerators operating in Nigeria that provide support and resources to early-stage startups. These programs often offer a combination of funding, mentorship, and workspace in exchange for an equity stake in the company. Examples of incubators and accelerators in Nigeria include Co-Creation Hub, CCHUB, Lagos Business School's Enterprise Development Center, EDC, and Startup Bootcamp AfriTech. It's worth noting that while venture capital can be a valuable source of funding for startups and small businesses in Nigeria, it is not the only option. Other potential sources of funding include grants, loans, and equity investment from family and friends, as well as revenue generated from the sale of products or services. Finally, another important source of venture capital in Nigeria is corporate venture capital, CVC. This refers to investments made by large companies into startups and early-stage businesses, often with the goal of accessing new technologies or markets. In Nigeria, companies such as MTN and Access Bank have established CVC units to support the development of the startup ecosystem in the country. Entrepreneurs seeking venture capital in Nigeria should be prepared to demonstrate the potential for significant growth and return on investment. This may include a strong business plan, a clear value proposition, and a well-defined target market. It can also be helpful to have a solid track record of revenue generation or other achievements, as well as a team with relevant skills and experience. Securing venture capital in Nigeria can be a competitive process, and it may take time and effort to find the right investor. However, with the right approach and persistence, it is possible for startups and small businesses to access the funding and support they need to grow and succeed. The venture capital ecosystem in Nigeria is an important part of the country's innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystem, and it continues to evolve and grow as more investors and entrepreneurs become involved. With the right resources and support, startups and small businesses in Nigeria have the potential to create significant value and impact through the development of innovative products and services. It's worth noting that the venture capital landscape in any country is constantly evolving, and it's important for entrepreneurs to stay up to date on the latest trends and developments. Some additional things to consider when seeking venture capital in Nigeria might include building a strong network of contacts and relationships with potential investors, advisors, and mentors. This can be particularly important in a market like Nigeria, where personal connections and relationships can play a significant role in the funding process. Understanding the unique challenges and opportunities of the Nigerian market. This includes things like the regulatory environment, the competitive landscape, and the local business culture. being prepared to demonstrate the value that your company brings to the market, and the potential for growth and return on investment. This may include things like a clear business plan, financial projections, and a strong marketing and sales strategy. Seeking out resources and support from organizations that can help you navigate the venture capital process, such as incubators, accelerators, and professional service providers. Overall, the venture capital landscape in Nigeria is rapidly evolving, and there are many opportunities for startups and small businesses to access funding and support. While the risk profile of venture capital investment can be high, the potential rewards for companies that are able to successfully secure funding and scale their operations can be significant.